Okay, well, you know what? I really had never intended to make anything like this and post it publicly, and still, if people tell me they think I ought to take it down, then I guess I will, because, um, well, you guys know I love Lord Shen, and I love spending time, like, analyzing his character and such, and talking about him and whatnot, and I do so a lot with my friends here at home, but I never thought to post any of them, because, well, like Leo and Lamb and ECM Cookies and other people have already done that. And not that I ever think any of us could run out of things to say about our lovely Lord Shen. It's just that I don't want to copy them, which is why I've taken my own character analysis videos with other characters rather than him. But I will have to admit, maybe I feel I ought to share my own personal 2 cents about this particular scene here, where he has his final discussion with the Soothsayer, because, well, those of you who know me, you know that I totally, like, just kind of got hit in the face, like, just totally had the rug pulled out from under me when I actually saw Kung Fu Panda 2 and was introduced to Lord Shen. I had no idea what I was in for, just wow. But, in every sense of the word. And as I've said many times, he just constantly kept surprising me at every turn of the film, and this one here was one of the most pivotal surprises, I think, because when she comes to him, the Soothsayer, his nanny, well, you can see, first of all, that she's not chiding him or scolding him just to be mean or just because she thinks he's evil. You can see in the look in her eyes that it's because she cares for him, because she feels for him, and she knows him better than this, I think. And when she tells him, the cup you choose to fill has no bottom, blah, blah, and his first, more typical response of, why would I bother to do that, or however he put it. And when she mentions his parents, I had expected him to just brush it off or be like, why should I care about that, or, whatever, but no. He flinches and just takes on, or no, takes off his personal emotional armor and is completely vulnerable in front of his nanny. I mean, and as you can see, there's other, like, the guards and stuff around, so he just lets it all out, and you can see how wounded he is. And even after all these years, 30 plus years, he's still this emotionally upset because he feels his parents hated him. Now that in itself is also a surprise. It's very common in films and in life for the child to say to their parents, I hate you, this, that, and the other. And they don't, well, most of the time they don't really mean it either. But, I mean, that happens a lot. But for the child to turn it around, even though he's not a child anymore, but for him to turn that around and say that his parents hated him, totally changes things. First of all, he's letting us know by saying this that it's something that's been on his mind and weighing on his soul for some time. It's a reality that he accepts, that his parents hated him. But more than that, even after all this time, it still hurts him. We're talking about an individual who was, Shen, forgive me, sweetie, I love you and I believe in you, but who was twisted and sadistic enough and felt threatened enough to go out and massacre an entire group of pandas, who is not afraid to flip a switch on his cannon and blow anybody's head off who dares stand in his way. He will not hesitate. I mean, I love Shen, and I think he is just a damaged, broken soul, and that his twistedness is largely a result of years of living in that mindset. Still, it doesn't give him an excuse to do those things. I think he's very wrong in the things he did. But what I'm saying is I hate saying these things because I feel like I'd break his heart if he hurt me. I'm sorry, sweetie. But he's that far gone, that insane, that twisted, that sick. Because yes, I love him, but I admit that he is quite mentally ill. He's brilliant, but he's also sick. He needs help. He needs a lot of TLC and lots of help. Not that it's so complicated. It's so hard for me to say these words because it hurts me to say them because I do believe in him, and so I hate saying these bad things about him. But yet, despite that, he's still just so. Maybe I'm beating a dead horse with this point, but it's very mind-boggling to me that he'd be that crazy and that far gone, yet he still has the simplest sentimental emotion of being hurt by feeling that he was denied the love of his parents. It matters to him. It's something he still values. Something that, as I keep saying, still is causing him great pain, as you can hear by his voice and see by the look on his face. He just looks so haunted and so depressed and forsaken. I mean, just my expectation would be that after all this time that he would cease to care, or very little anyway. I mean, maybe he would never, because they are his parents, but I mean, he would have just been like more like, don't bother me with that. I ain't got time to not worry. But no, he just is immediately stricken with grief and agony, and is not afraid to show it. And that is just, to me, that's amazing. Like, in a horrible way, but it was not what I expected at all. And then when she comes back, even more. She says they did love you. They loved you so much that having to send you away killed them. I was like, oh, okay, here he goes. He's gonna tell her, you're just saying that to try to distract me. No. He believes her. You can see by his reaction here
that having to send you away killed them.
He believed her. Okay, I mean, like I said, this guy has mental problems. He's very much believes he's the only one who he has to worry about being right, and he is always right in his own mind. He can do no wrong. But he believes her. He trusts his nanny. And he believes her. And you see the effect that knowledge has on him. He doesn't say that, no, you're wrong, you're mistaken, or you're just trying to say that to, make me change my mind. You can see in that moment. Again, I'll show it to you right here.
Away killed them.
He believes her, and the impact of what she's saying hits him. I mean, and then it's gone. He pushes it away at last. Because, but just the fact that window opened briefly blew me away. And I mean, not to mention hello, the animating that. I mean, that complexity right there, this scene that we've been discussing for the past 10 minutes. I mean, just, I have in my mind a list of scenes from movies that I find to be the most emotional. Different kinds of movies. This one would definitely be like one of the top 3. I mean, it's just wow. And it's just the fact that it's so unusual. It's not what I expected. He defies the laws of what is expected in a villain right here, in his psychotic mind, of what you would expect him to think or how he would react. And whoa, just it blows me away. I mean, just I feel like I'm just driving this point in the ground, so I'm sorry, but I mean, it really just when I saw that scene, well, I mean, then I was crying too, because I was just, like I said, just seeing his emotional pain and suffering was just like unbearable, and just I just was so shocked, because I wasn't prepared. I was not. I would never, ever, ever have imagined that was how the direction he would have taken the scene in. Oh my gosh. Ah. So yeah. And so here I am, just caught. I mean, it leaves me breathless. Obviously, every time I look at it, and I've never really seen anything like that. And I've seen many complex villains who have great layers and are kind of and also like gray area villains and whatnot. But he is just very unique. I don't think I've ever seen one quite act like that in that sense. In regards to their family, it's really whoa. But you know what? I ought to shut up, because I don't think I'm making any more sense. I don't know if I ever did. So I'm gonna like stop embarrassing myself and disgracing the lovely Lord Shen. Yeah, but I really have been, I've been following up my thoughts on this particular scene since I saw the movie. Because like I said, I felt like I was just copying people, but I don't know. So I maybe just getting it out. I don't even know if I'm posting it yet. If I just get it out, just say it, Mudstar. Just get it off your chest. Just record it. Yeah. So that's what I've done. Okay. Sorry, people. Thanks. Bye.